Hey, bring the whole thing down with the crew right in front of his face, nigga, give me space, yeah. Why you keep talking about the shit like a shit, say Che, nigga, fuck you think she gon' break down, I don't get a Chanel. Get her back home, I'm giving her hell. Truth or dare, I don't kiss and tell, bitch, I go nuts like Chip and Dale. Party to death on the tall bar, she wanna talk my head off, she got a lot of jaw. I thought you ain't no shotgun, ride shotgun with a shotgun in a hot car. Little bitch gon' cut on YouTube, hey bitch, she thick like Nunu, baby, I do shit like Mewtwo, you cool until you go cuckoo, yeah, hey.
What's good? What's good? It's your girl Wayne. I am here with my brethren.
Wow, I said Jad, check me out. It's your boy, the Slayly and Slay BBIC, man. At that We the People TV breakdown crew. Hashtag it's a network. What's up with y'all today?
It's a network. Network until your neck hurts. Right. It is having a conversation with the congregation type of Sunday with our guests that'll be pulling up in just a little bit. Miss Bosschick will be here shortly. We definitely got to have a conversation with her. She was the only one that had Passwurdz winning. Because you know he go by passwords now. He's not going by pass no more. It's Passwurdz.
First of all,
I'm not mad at that.
We didn't even do this right. Hold up, sis. First of all, shout out to everybody that's in the building, all the Stoneheads and everybody that's down with the breakdown crew. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for doing what y'all do. You feel me? But anyways, continue.
And wait. Can we also get a round of applause for the $100,000 winner, though?
Oh man! Oh yeah!
A huge round of applause for the $100,000 winner.
Okay, seems like the audience don't want to act right at the moment. Y'all clap for yourselves.
Okay, audience. You know what? Are y'all hating? Are y'all hating? Is the audience hating?
I think the audience is hating. Oh. Okay, there we go.
There they go. All right. Yeah. It was a phenomenal battle. It was a phenomenal fucking battle, in my opinion. It definitely was. What it do, Kimmy King? Who in the building? Let's see. What it do, Jason? Pass sold me out. There you go. Don't start the shit. Yes, Rain campaign. Listen, it is hard. At the end of the day, it is really, really hard. So shout out to my sister, because some of y'all know that I was also on this panel as well. So I can understand having to go through, like I said, when she comes up, she'll be giving us her thoughts on why she had passed. But again, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not mad at that. That's why I want to pick her brain and see. She about to talk about getting body, but no, she's not. We're not talking about that at all. We are up here because she was a judge. Delonte, you know what? Don't you start with me, because not for nothing. Where you been? I'm gonna talk about you, but whatever. You ain't been around.
All positive vibes.
Don't fuck with me no more.
All positive vibes up these ways.
Yes, she will be. Huh?
I said all positive vibes up these ways.
Right. Delonte, that's AFM. That's organically AFM. AFM the fuck up. You know, he's gonna always be on his petty. But definitely, we're gonna talk about it. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it. I had Bill winning, but her explanation made perfect sense. See, and this is the judging, and shout out to the International Judging Commission, because again, in starting, people don't understand. Another round of applause, because people do not really understand what we go through when. Okay, all right. What we go through when putting our brands on the line, and having to take all of the punches and criticisms and having to persevere over that. Unfortunately, I had to kind of leave because I couldn't focus the way I needed to. This was for $100,000. And for me, it was just kind of like we all took it very seriously. So shout out to Raine being the last woman sticking around for that, making time for that. I hated that I really couldn't do it, but I'm not gonna say I would have wanted to be in her shoes though. I ain't even gonna front. I'm not saying because the way we did it, everybody, we were trying to get enough people to where everybody it would not be burnt out. And it kind of got to where, yeah, I was getting burnt out with the RBE and Brick by Brick. It was like, then the Woman of the Year was coming up. I had too much on my plate.
Wearing yourself thin.
Right. Wearing myself. And then, of course, we have a media outlet. So it was kind of hard, but Raine stuck through it. So, and not for nothing, she's a really good judge. Everybody was really good judges, to be honest, whether you liked their commentary or not. I feel like with what was laid in front of us to judge by, they had an awesome judging system. The point system was really dope. I'm a hard judge, so it's kind of like I can get where sometimes certain people would come from. With this, I can completely see where she was coming from with how the judging system was set forward. So when I'm about to text her now and let her know we're ready for her. But yeah, because she should be pulling up in unos momentos. What you smoking on today?
We still are in the class of originality. And what do I mean by that? Today's strain of the day. Today's strain of the day is El Rante.
El Rante. Oh, you still on that El Rante, huh?
Damn. Yeah, El Rante. You can't go wrong with that, man. That's a perfect hybrid. That's perfect half indica, half sativa, man. It's like a wet blanket. That shit just get on you. It's good stuff, man. Uh-oh. That sounds like good news.
Okay, she said 5 minutes. Give her 5 minutes. So we'll talk. I'll wait. We'll skip past, or we'll come back. We'll stick a pin in that and come back. Let's talk about the rest of the card. Y'all, King of the Dot with 87 friggin' battles in 10 months.
Right. That's a lot of battling.
A lot of material, y'all. And it's crazy because what I dislike about this is that they didn't get a lot of coverage. I feel like this tournament was awesome and they didn't get a lot of coverage at all. I feel like.
Well, that's what led me to put up what I put up. I'm like, I said Bill Collector versus Pass in itself is not being talked about enough. I don't like it. 87.
I don't feel like a lot of
10 months.
I don't feel like hold on 1 minute. I don't feel like I'm just replying back to her. For all of those that are just coming in, Raine will be popping up in just a minute. We got Bosschick. That will be in the building in about 5 minutes. But chat, did y'all watch the event? Or did you just wait for Bill Collector and Pass? Holla at me. Let me know before we get into this.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Fate.
Let me see.
And times. Can we talk about that?
Let's talk about it. You damn straight.
Fate versus times. For that to have been the battle that, if you want to say, set the tone for the evening, we're going to go ahead and we going to, yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank y'all for what y'all did there. You know what I'm saying? All 3 rounds, it was a good back and forth. Who would you give that one to? That was crazy.
That was hard. Okay, let me tell you this. That was hard. It was really hard. And pause for the pause worthy motherfuckers that need it. It was a great back and forth, but I feel like do we give that recap today, or do we go back and watch the battle and give the recap later?
I mean, we can go back and tap into them bars. I mean, we can.
Because I feel like, listen. I feel like we have to have a proper recap for all the other three battles. That's the way I feel about that. I definitely didn't get a chance to go back and really watch all of the battles. Look, the notepad. Y'all know how we do the notepad. This is a brand new goddamn book too. So we have to opinionated asshole. Okay. I just feel like you said big pause because your handle is opinionated asshole. You just got to be the asshole. Anywho, whatever. But yeah, like I said, it was a great battle, great back and forth. I don't want to call a winner yet. Shout out to King of the Dot. If you're subscribed, you can actually catch the playback. I don't know how long the playback will be available, but you can go back and watch the battle. Shout out to them.
That playback is fire, you know what I'm saying?
It was needed. It was definitely needed. And I feel like that's part of the reason that a lot of the battles aren't being talked about, because and you know the sad thing about it too, they ain't even being bootlegged. I'm sorry, King of the Dot. They're not even being bootlegged though. That's kind of crazy. I hate to be that way. I hate to be the one to say it, but y'all know we have no filter up here. King of the Dot, y'all need not even being bootlegged. That's fucked up. But you know, whatever. So Fate, I'm probably gonna pull you up here next week. So that we can talk about this battle. Like, I feel like times is slept on too, you know. Fate, this is one of the best Fates I've seen, like, to date. So salute to you, bro. Seriously. Salute to you. Next battle.
So you have Fate versus Times. Real Deal versus, was it Bezo?
Bezo Bonds.
Bezo Bonds.
From the UK. I like Bezo. He's from Premier Battle League. He's from Body Horrors Battle League. I like Bezo.
If Real Deal would not have choked in that first, that would have been the dogging of walking. I don't care what nobody say. The dogging of walking.
Real Deal hurt himself. Real Deal hurt himself with that choke. He hurt himself. You could see it in his face. That's crazy. That was crazy. You know, the general consensus, he didn't take it seriously. You know, I don't see why. You know, for those of us who may watch other battles, Bezo is the international champ over at Premier. So by all means, he has the King of the Dot championship. I mean, why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? It only seems right. But yeah, I watched the whole event. Okay, Kimmy, what did you feel about? Okay, here we go. Hold on, because I'm behind. I'm a Times fan, but Fate is incredible. Yes, he had Fate with the win. Yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
Okay,
I'm not mad at.
I'm not mad at it either.
For real. I was tuned in. I was like, them brothers in there. All right, they doing their thing. This wasn't what I like to call the boo-boo battle. It wasn't the boo-boo battle, you know.
It wasn't the smoke break battle. It was none of that. It was none of that.
I'm gonna go take this shit. I'll be back. You know, it wasn't one of those.
Like,
battles.
Get in tune with the in tune. Shout out to my nigga Mag Mel. Get in tune with the in tune. Like, seriously,
right.
Times has been battling for a long time. No pun intended. But he has definitely been battling for a minute. So, you know, if you don't know, that was definitely not the smoke break battle. And they set the fucking tone. They set the tone for the event. They really and truly did. How did you feel about Clone? Oh shit. Okay, let's get back to it. Can we get a round of applause for the boss chick in the building?
Hey.
Oh, man.
What's goody?
That's good. I'm so happy right now.
Welcome.
I didn't hear you. Yes. I said I'm so happy right now. And Slade DiBiase. I'm not, are you familiar with Slade?
Vaguely.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm familiar with the show,
That's
but
okay.
It's okay.
For some reason, the
you know,
the
we got a
sound
game.
is like not loud. I don't know why. Let me try to.
It's not loud.
It's not y'all. Maybe it's just the way it's because I had to like go through all this stuff to kind of get on. Wait 1 second. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to use the Bluetooth.
Can y'all hear us in the chat? Okay.
All right. Hello? Hi. Sorry.
We can hear you.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
We sound okay. Can you hear me? Now I have it on the Bluetooth. Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Wow.
Can you see me?
No,
we good.
We cannot see you.
We cannot see
We
you.
can't see you.
Why did it black out? I don't know. What's going on here?
I think, okay, well, now it just went to your cam. I mean, like your cam was off.
All I did was hook it up to the Bluetooth so I can hear you guys. Because see, y'all like iPhone. This is a bum ass iPhone. I just want to let y'all know this.
Android gang. I'm sorry. I just Android just does what it needs to do.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like that Android. The damn iPhone. All it can do is talk and text.
Yeah, iPhones are trash.
Yeah,
and snitch on you. And snitch on you.
Sorry guys. Let me see. I mean, it says the camera's on,
now,
but
okay, now we see. We just saw your we see your Abby now.
Yeah. Why do you do that? Let me try one more time to come back in. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, go out and come back in and see if that works. Sometimes that works. Okay. For iPhone users, I should say. All the iPhone users always have a problem pulling up on the show. Okay, here goes Savage.
What's up?
Brother man.
What's good? Yeah, I'm out here at football. We just won our first game.
Okay. Congrats, my brother.
Nothing much. Introduce yourself for the following of Raine that's coming into the building.
You know, Savage Van Draws, Red Cup Jesus, the man with the plan, your baby mama's favorite rap nigga. How y'all doing today? I look good out here. I will
Raine, huh?
I said I look good out here today. I ain't gonna hold you. I look good in this uniform. I ain't gonna hold you. I really do.
Raine was just up here. She had to dip off. Her something's going on with her fam, but she was just here. She'll be back. As we were talking about, when we gave our predictions, and you was talking about the smoke break battle would be Times and Fate. You wasn't watching it. It actually turned out to be. Everybody loved that battle. Huh?
You ain't watch it.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed that shit. I only watched 2 battles. I watched Clone and Drake Dennis. Clone to 30. Because Drake wasn't clean. And I watched Bill 30 pass. It might be one debatable ground in there.
But, 30 pass.
He 30 pass, bro.
30 though. I wouldn't say it's 30.
Pass.
Listen. I might have a concussion. I have cracked that one time.
You just might.
We can't hear you. It's a lot of feedback. We can't hear you.
Man, it's like wind out here. Hold on, let me go down here. But I had Bill
Okay. We
definitely
got
winning
Rain.
the first
There
and
you
second.
go. We see you now. We can see you now. Okay,
We good.
wait, Savage. Wait. Okay, because we hadn't gotten there. We were trying to get Rain back. Rain,
Okay.
Savage Bandros, and of course, we the people. So, as we were saying, you were, let's just get right into it. You were the only person to have pass winning. Now, as I was telling everybody, the criteria for those who may not understand what the criteria is, and why you made your choices. Some said that, shout out to Kemet King, because he said that he understood your explanation as to why you had passed. For those who did not hear the explanation, what was your explanation?
I felt like it was extremely close. I felt like, having done this like for 10 months, I was making sure that I was like intensely watching. And so going into the third,
You
I
are
had
low.
it 1-1. I'm 1-1. I mean, I'm low. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're low.
I don't know now. No good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Still low. You can hear? You can hear her okay?
I can hear.
Chat, can y'all hear her? Can y'all hear Rain?
Jason M says she's good.
Oh no, they said okay, Jason says she's good. Kimmy is saying barely.
All right, let me just take off the.
Is that better?
That's better.
Oh, way better. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It's like the way it was at first, but now y'all don't know. But I'll just thug it out. So I had it 1-1. I had Bill Collector clearly getting the first, and I gave Pass the second. And to me, it was really, really close in the third. Now, honestly, two things, right? If you're judging in real time when the battle is that close, for one, I'm not mad at anybody who gave it to Bill. I watched it back, so sometimes in second and third watches, I have Bill getting the third too, but in real time, I didn't. The first half of Bill's third, he wasn't winning yet. Like he wasn't there yet. He met
Okay.
Pass in the middle towards the end. His bars got better and better and better. The performance, he started wilding out. And so, but he did not end. Pass ended kind of flawless. Like Pass was flawless from beginning to end. Bill kind of didn't end as clean. So in real time, I also looked at that. So I could stand on what I said because to be honest, I'm really surprised that 4 judges had Bill with a 30, because that to me wasn't I feel like I'm not mad at nobody who called it a 30, but to have I was surprised that I was the only one that had pass, to be honest. So
I was surprised too. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little surprised too, because not for nothing. Because I know what you base things off of or how the criteria goes. For me, that definitely was one of the things that in real time, when you're judging what you're having to judge by, the things that the points that you're having to judge by, that you're giving points for. I see that. I saw that. I felt like there were things that was slept on that Bill said, but I feel like there was a lot of stuff that was slept on that Pass said.
Yeah. And I felt like hearing it back, Bill definitely was cooking. Like I still call it the same way, because if you hear it back, to me, the first half of Bill, he didn't meet Pass like to take over the third round until the middle of his round. Like that's where he started to kind of wig out, and hit and hit and hit. But I felt like Pass's bars were just as good, if not better. It was a really close battle to me. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't want to like sit on it because I wanted to just go with my first instinct and not waver. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you've judged these battles. So sometimes if you start to ponder, then you're like, okay, you know. So I went with my first instinct, and my first like live watch was Pass by a small margin, not by. It wasn't like super clear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like it wasn't a wash. And when I hear the second round back over and over, I don't know how everyone. I know why people gave Bill the second based on that triple threat bar, but when I hear it back, I still got Pass winning the second round.
I feel like I agree with that, and I feel like the painting scheme, if people aren't really versed with Basquiat, and I feel like Picasso paintings, you know, look, Slathian, the alien is coming out. The alien coming out. My guy Slath and I be on that shit.
Yeah,
the Slathian is coming out.
I want to hear his take.
Go ahead.
Nah, it's only because I'm looking at it, right? Like, much like what you said, this was a lot closer than folks want to give it credit for. And I'm just like, even searching through the bars, there's like treasures all off in through this. Like, Pass was, I gotta know something.
I'm gonna have to like keep swapping.
Y'all
so I can hear y'all.
You got to know something within the know something. You feel me? So like, he had a lot of schemes that added together big giant punches that like led to uppercuts.
That was layered. They were layered. Like for instance,
jab, uppercut. Yeah, I mean,
the truancy line led into the whole you look goofy with the movement. You use you used to being stupid. Like it was layered. He went into it was rudimentary. You know what I mean? Like the shit he's like, you're a student of the game. Like motherfuckers did not catch any of that. Again, taking nothing from Bill. But the way he set that up for me, it was like, hold on. Remember, I was telling you earlier, I said, hold on. When he said it's rude to me, I said, hold on. The wordplay that he used for that, it was like, hold on, rudimentary, wait. And then it just hit me. The definition of rudimentary, and then how he used it. I mean, I'm pretty sure people didn't catch it and didn't look at it that way, but it was all layered. He really set that up. He went personal. He went a little personal. And I don't really want to touch on that like that, but he went a little personal. If you recall, you know, when he talked about beef ain't never been a problem. He was like, basically, somebody kill me, they're not gonna set up a GoFund, they gonna go get them like that. If you know, then you know.
It's been said before.
I like
if you know, then you know. So
but
that was like, it touched my spirit.
No, I mean,
it was like, oh,
they're not even giving Pass credit for the little stuff like this square airlight, my dope airtight like a vacuum seal, float and pass Bill. I don't pass through Bill. Bill KO lights like a pass through Bill. Bill and pass and Bill. Later law because I'm passing Bill. Brain slice, make them think twice. Now Bill collector gotta collect his thought. What? Come on, man. Brain slice made him think twice. Now Bill collector gotta collect his thoughts. What? It's so much here. Hold on.
The penny. Wait a minute. The penny for your thoughts. The nickel in your think bank. Like, I mean, and then his flips were very original. Not that Bill's weren't, all original. There were some things that, and I know he didn't, this has nothing to do with 10-4s. These weren't 10-4s. These were, if you think about if a basic password flips that he expounded on, of course, you're going to get different words that may be used when you're thinking of passwords, because I saw a few comments where people were saying, hey, Chess said this or such and such said that. At the end of the day, for me, they were very original. He put thought into everything he was saying, but it's password. Come on. You know what I mean? So the Alex Cross line was crazy for me. The Alex Cross line was crazy. Yes. The schooling you. Wait a minute. Niggas missed the Glee line in the first. Did you catch the Glee line in the first?
Yeah, I caught the Glee line. What do you say?
I know you did. Trying to act bad like Tyrese and waist deep.
I twist an old head top like Jay-Z. Say P, I'm schooling you without musical. I'm not here to glee with you. It's supposed to be up like jeans zippers. I'm trying to get past me, nigga. Tricky pass. It's a flea flick. Y'all know when y'all play like football, you know the tricky pass.
That whole round was fire.
Come on, man. It's a flea flicker. You know what I'm saying?
It was ridiculous.
Go for me and go down on him that's been OD overused.
Wait. Say it again. Savage.
I said, so y'all just gonna let Pass get away with the GoFundMe bar to a GoFind joint that's been used like 10 times?
No. I said it. I said it's been said before. And somebody said, yeah, it's been said before. Kemet King said it's been said before, but it was fire. We not letting that fly through customs though.
But again, they both had things that
y'all be doing, because Showtime does that shit too. I don't care about that shit. It has to be overused and abused. Like Showtime brings that up a lot too. And I'll be like, they have a saying for it, I think, that y'all call it. If I forgot what they call it, but I don't care about shit like that. I never heard the bar. So it would have to be said like a million times. It would have to be like a Martin bar for me to like downplay it. If it's not a Martin bar, I'm not gonna downplay something like that in that moment, because it was delivered effectively. So when y'all do shit like that, it's like, well, I'm not jacking that.
So that would be,
and not for nothing. The setup to that, in my opinion, is what really made it land for me. It was a setup to it. I mean, I understand they said the GoFundMe bar line. Excuse me. They said the GoFundMe line, but the way he said it, that was not verbatim. I get where y'all coming from, but he went, like I said, if you know about the situation if you know about the situation, then at the end of the day, everything that he said before he said that line was a crazy ass setup. My eyebrow went up and my mouth, I gasped for a minute, like, oh shit, that was so direct. It hurt me in my spirit. Like, oh shit, okay. I would have thought that bill would have swung.
Even if it was bad, even if that was bad or whatever y'all call it, I can forgive him, because earlier he gave me the line of my ink blank. I was really gonna kill you today. I should probably tell my shrink thanks. Like, you know, when you're sitting there in front of the shrink and they have them little ink blots, you know what I'm saying? And then what do you see here? What do you see here? Nigga said his ink was blank. He didn't see nothing today. He was on bullshit. Yeah,
right. So thank my shrink for that. Like,
come on, man. Yo, Pass was rapping up there. Did y'all not hear him? You'll learn this chain of command.
Like
Come on, man.
Go ahead,
man,
go ahead.
Y'all niggas lucky I left my damn notes at home. Y'all niggas lucky I left my notes at home.
I'm ready. What's up? This whole first round, he got fired.
We'll see, but and we're not debating the first round. We're not debating the first round at all. I mean, I think what we're saying is that certain things was slept on, and the angles that they both took, again, what I don't like, Raine says she doesn't like when they say that, but what I don't like is when, because you're not familiar with something, it doesn't matter. That's what I don't like, is that you got to give credit where credit is due. And Raine, now this comes down to this particular battle. Now, you know how other battles that we've judged, we've been able to give more dialogue as to why y'all gave, you know what I mean? You kind of gave the breakdown of each round. Did Coke not want to do that? Or, I mean, what was the decision on that? Or
well,
was
they
there
said to keep it short. Like, they said to keep it short. I mean, to be honest, in the moment, if I keep it real with y'all, once I heard that it was 5-1 and I was the only one, I was just like, oh God. Like, I kind of like, I gave my explanation, and I felt like
I felt bad for you.
Like, it was just odd to me that, yeah, like, I feel like everybody's gonna be like, don't get me wrong. To me, it needed to be said though that it was a really close battle. I don't feel like, even with it being people who called it a 30, it's not even a gentleman's 30 to me. I don't see it as a clear. I don't see it as a clear 30. I don't. But more of the judges had it as a 30.
Yo, Raine.
I see him winning. I'm not
Bill
saying
has
that.
shit.
You belly know.
Bill has some shit.
You belly know. Belly, she was the only. Bosschick Raine was the only one that gave it to pass.
But I could see how she would do that though. Once you really, you got to know something within the know something, man. You got to be a Slalian with that, man. You got to be in tune with the in tones, as you said. There was bars. It was a good battle. It was a lot
of bars, man.
It was a lot.
I felt like they
bars.
both was battling for 100K though.
Thank you. That's something else that needed to be said. Because my biggest thing with this altogether is the fact that when you're rapping for 100K, you're rapping to make it to the next. I felt like, you know, some battlers weren't doing that. This was a battle. This was a 100K battle. This battle,
they battled like
they wanted
like the fucking money. Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like I do feel like, I know that they said that some of the fans were saying that Mac Myron was robbed and Mad Flex was robbed. I did have Mad Flex. I'm not gonna front, but at the same time, was I disappointed? I was never, at no time can I say that I was disappointed that Bill ended up being one of the last ones. I felt like he would be one of the last ones. I thought it would have been Bill and Madflex, but then I thought about it. They were on the same side, like on the same side of the bracket. So that wasn't going to happen. And it was Bill and Madflex at the end. However that went. I thought that him and Madflex would be at the end.
Right.
I honestly thought that they would, but not for nothing. I'm not mad that Bill got that. It was expected. Let's put it like that. It was expected. But again, this whole 84 battles Raine, 84 battles in 10 months, bro. Jesus. Crazy. I was saying before you came on, like, kudos to you for being the last female standing in this.
I know, right?
Your own in this shit. It was not easy. You do a lot. You do your
with all the ridicule,
Raine rants. You're on social media, not bullshitting. You're actually giving content. Damn near, I see you damn near every day.
Let's give it up.
Weekdays, I should say. You know what I mean? For real. So to be able to continue to do this every Sunday, then every Saturday, and it was like, oh my God, with this RBE thing that I've been doing, it was so hard for me to stay focused, to kind of bail out and just, you know, it was just mentally could not continue to. And then as
my bad,
this fucking internet just was not letting me do what I needed it to do.
Are you guys still there?
What happened? Yeah, we're still here. Can you hear us?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
She'll be back.
innovate. He is maturing as a person, as a like we've seen his growth, his longevity. So like we can't take anything away from Bill. Like I said, Bill is phenomenal. Like he found his in this shit.
Man.
He really did. So I take
what
nothing
is
away from him. This is a battle.
Billiano, I gotta ask Billiano, what are you on? Did you find the super soldier serum? Did you
100 band bills? What we talking about? 100 band bills.
Did you go to Wakanda and ingest the hot shape up? I need to know what happened here because you start rapping in certain ways, bro.
Apologies. Okay.
What is this? Now, Wing, I gotta ask, what is this?
Oh, now I can't hear you guys.
Fall back before I slide to his mouse pad.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yep.
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us?
I knew I should have did this with my laptop. You guys can hear me?
We wish you would have.
It sounds like Charlie Brown right now.
Oh shit.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
The chat can hear you too.
Dang. Can you hear us now?
Oh.
But
go ahead, Savage.
Wow.
I feel like Bill with his rapid punch
Savage
style.
here trying to keep it in.
Can you hear me?
Oh no.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. See, Bill, he got a rapid power. He got a rapid punch style. You in a tournament setting, rapid punches are usually going to win. They're the advantage because you're catching the punches back to back is always going to be something that's going to satiate your appetite before you even get to the other one. So when you run these long schemes, and then that playing scheme that Bill had was crazy, and it's like so
phenomenal.
Bill had so much on top. He had so much layers on top of each other. It's like the password, the 6 shots, your phone lock. He would just keep going. It wasn't like he wouldn't have a punch and stop. And then like especially like in that third round where I think with pass fucked up, it's like he kept on stopping. It was like
he had a whole computer screen, man. He had a whole computer screen, bro.
It's like because he started off passing, he beat up, but he kept on pausing. It's like It's like he wasn't being fluid. Like and while Bill was just on top of him, bop, 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 jab, 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 jab. And then if you box, you keep that jab in front of a nigga, you gonna want to fight on points. And just Bill just kept on punching.
Okay, but let me ask you this. So Savage, do you think this is preference?
No, I had Bill kind of clear because I feel like Bill had the bigger punches, the bigger haymakers. I just like his material better. But it could be a preference. It depends on what you like. Like, so like all battle rap is really preference. But I had Bill kind of clear. I didn't think there was anything debatable about the battle. I think Cass did his thing, but like you know, some people like Raine said she don't have a problem with the OBS bars, but nah, when you're using bars that I heard before, I take points away from that because I don't care if you ain't never heard it. Enough people heard that bar before, and it's been used enough times. They be like, "Yo, why are we still using GoFundMe?"
You can say the same thing for Bill, though. So see, that's why I really didn't want to get into that argument. Not that we're arguing, but you can say the same thing for some of the stuff that some of the name flips that Bill used. You see what I'm saying? So you can make that argument. I just feel like the way Bill set his shit up, opposed to what we've heard, as well as with both of them. You know what I mean? I everybody does that. I look at how you set it up. I feel like with the way Bill set his shit up, he took more thought and he expounded on. I mean, it's password. That's the easiest shit to say. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I get where you're coming from. But if we're gonna say that, we have to apply that to both ends.
And you know that is a good point, Wayne. That's a good point. I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm not like the biggest Pass fan, so I haven't watched like a lot of his battles to hear all his flips. So you might got a point with that, so I can't argue with that one. So if you heard him and I didn't, I give it to you. I give you those points because I haven't maybe watched like 10, 15 past battles. I ain't watched the whole rag up.
I
That's
like
just
their
not-
angles. Like I said, I hate that. Again, I really hate that people did not follow the tournament as closely as they should have. And maybe next year, or when they do this again, they make it, everything is a stepping stone. So they make it more readily available for people to be able to watch the battles sooner than later, because it was hard to keep up, some of the bloggers. If you're watching, we were getting so much battle rap that the promotion of the event itself kind of fell flat. So kind of, unless you knew, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of what they dealt with. And then of course people, if they don't know certain battlers, they're not going to watch. But I feel like it was a lot of gems that weren't seen because fans didn't want to watch the talent, like you and Times and Fate. We've seen Fate on URL. We've seen him on King of the Dot, along with Saint. Like, they're grooming really good battlers. So I feel like watching them and the different people who have entered the tournament, they had some really good battles. They had really good fights on this journey to 100K.
KOTD uses their YouTube channel, so they were taking too long to drop their battles on their YouTube channel. Yeah. It was like they were dropping their YouTube battles like it was a pay-per-view. And I'm like, why are you dropping these tournament battles like it's a pay-per-view? And they didn't even drop all of them. They would drop one or two here or there. Like, they dropped the really good ones and whatnot, and just drop all of them. Let the people decide what they like or what they don't like. Just drop all the battles. Give them it, because the thing is, the one thing that helped Ultimate Madness, even if you didn't know the rappers, it gave you a chance to get to know them through the tournament. But you can't get to know these people if it's not happening.
The battles
like
are taking so long.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Y'all
also,
give me 2 seconds. Raine pops back up. Slave, make sure you bring her back in, but give me 2 seconds. I need to run downstairs for 2 seconds, y'all.
But also with the tournament,
I can hear y'all right now.
But also with the tournament, is like, it was too many gaps in between the battles. It was like, it didn't seem like when it come to Ultimate Madness, like, you knew, boom, it's gonna be a battle here in 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks. It's like it was so many moving pieces when it came to the tournament that it made it hard to follow. So many people dropping out, coming in. This happened with, you had the issues with the points and everything like that. Instead of just winning and losing, it just made it hard to keep track.
Not only that, but more folks was keeping up with the battles that folks had outside of the tournament versus the battles that they had in the tournament. That was crazy too.
It just like it should have been more intrigue to it. It's like, and that was my biggest thing. But hopefully, like, they gonna give Bill a shot at Real Deal or something like that, if he ain't going to be on anything else. Because I would like to see Bill and Real Deal get it in. Hopefully he don't get the Chilla Jones, but we'll see.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if he perform anything like he performed last night, Bill is going to burn his grits.
Now, and one thing I didn't understand is like them bringing the European champion out there with no prior introduction. So it's like a lot of American fans who don't watch international battle rap didn't know who Busy Bone is or whatever his name is. My bad, Bizzo Bone. So it's like, if you don't know who this guy is, you don't have no dog in the fight. You're not really intrigued for the battle. It's like they should have set him up some kind of way throughout the tournament or whatever. Show some clips, at least drop some of his battles over here for people to know who it is. Because you just throwing like a random battle against Real Deal. People like, how did this guy get Real Deal? It looks crazy.
Right.
So it's like
it would have brought more to the story as to why this battle was a little bit more important. I feel you.
But Busy Bone did his thing from what I hear, because I didn't really watch it too tough. Because I only was there for 2 battles. That was Clone versus Dre, and Bill versus Pass. Dre Dennis got to clean it up. He still got the stumbles. He's still stumbling too much in his battles, and that shit is killing me, because he was heating up in his third, then he started stumbling again. And it's like, I don't know what it is that he's been going through lately as far as his prep, but it's just like, he definitely got to clean it up.
I know when you take a lot of battles, that's what happens, my brother. When you take a lot of battles, you got to get it right. You got somebody that's hungry, that's looking for a chance to go ahead and make you they look come up. You already know how them bars finna be. Motherfucker like Clone been looking for something like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out them brothers did their thing, man. As far as what Kemet King just said.
But you know what I'm like when it comes to the next season, I wanted to be less battlers and have it be more focused because I feel like it was too many battlers in the season one, and that's what led to so many dropouts and just the organization of it. It was just too many dudes. I feel like they got to bring it down. They got to bring the number down, and they got to make the turnaround a little quicker. Yes, I know the longer turnaround does hurt prep time sometimes, like it did with Ultimate Madness, but at the same time, it it makes it so you don't just forget about it. The longer you wait, the easier it is to forget. If it's like almost a month between battles, it's good for the prep time, but at the same time, you're not as invested because other things start to take up. It's always another event popping up. It's
Right.
always something else going on. So it's like out of sight, out of mind. So you got to get that quicker turnaround just to make it more palatable for the public. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my
No more
thesaurus
than
bad
2
right now. You know what I'm saying?
no more than 2 weeks. No more than two
Yeah,
weeks. I'm
yeah.
trying.
It's like 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's too long in between battles. You're
Too
not going
long in
to.
between battles and then too many battles.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then on top of that, it's like then you have all these people dropping out. It's just too much. If you decrease the number, you won't have as many issues. And that's I think the biggest issue is if you decrease the numbers, bring it down to 10 to 15 max, and fix that whole point system thing because I really don't like the whole scoring aspect. Because you had one nigga get 150 points and another nigga get 150 points, but it's two different quality levels of battle. So it has to be where it's like just winner and loser. You don't need to have no point system. Winners and losers, and you just rate it by that.
Mm. Thing when they
I'm
came up
sorry,
with
I
that.
didn't get a chance to hear all of what
But
y'all were saying,
I
and
yeah,
think
I'm
when they
reading
came
the
up with that
comments.
point system, that was just their
yeah,
way of trying to be fair, I
I
guess.
understand. But I feel like this: if
The
you just make
point
a straight up
system was
bracket,
dope, though.
if you make a straight
I
up
feel
bracket,
like, but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The point system, when it was brought up, and I can kind of speak to that. And shout out to my brother. I didn't want to overtalk y'all, but shout out to my brother, Battle Rap Stats. If y'all are not in tune, which I see that y'all are, Battle Rap Stats, definitely go follow Battle Rap Stats in the on Twitter. Dope scoring system. Like, we have to listen. Anytime money is involved, you definitely need to have something that you can stand on. And I feel like, and I'm not saying this because I was a judge for King of the Dot. I'm just, when I saw the point system and how we were, how it was being developed, and they even like welcomed our input, and developing this system to make it as strong as possible. I was with it. I liked everything about it because it allowed you, and most of us stood on everything all of us really, that was something that they came back. Cope would always be like, okay, what's your reasoning for this? Organic has said it. Like, what he loved about it is the fact that we stood our ground. We stood our ground on everything that we said and why we gave the points. The only thing that I did not like, which I didn't get a chance to really talk to my brother about, but Cope, we would always message back and forth. I can't remember the last battle that I did judge. For me, I'm a hard judge. I'm not going to play. I don't give a damn if it's a symbol, a choke. If it is not clean, I'm docking your ass. And I remember my very, very first one that I judged, I gave a 7 because of the chokes. But it was like what we were looking at. It was like, yeah, I feel like a 7 was warranted if the material is not what it should be. Because as we were saying before Raine was having technical difficulties, you're competing for $100,000.
yeah, and I get that part when let's say you have like a chess versus easy, and then you get 150, and the other one's got to take the L, and then you have another battle, and another nigga might get 150, and his performance wasn't better than the other ones, and so it's like you got somebody who had a lower performance overtop somebody who was way better. And so it's like when you're judging, I'd rather just have the wins and losses. I do understand the point thing, and I understand the purpose behind it, but I feel like it could gravitate and sway certain things in the argument that I feel might get lost. I just like having straight winners and losers, and I like having to judge it. But like I don't mind like me if they go for it by a point system. I'd rather be something like boxing where you just have a 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 winner and loser of a round, like something like that.
What this was based off of, and what I liked because I watched Ultimate Beast Master, or I think it's Ultimate Beast Mode or whatever. I liked it because it gave the element of intrigue. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the show, but there's different teams from all across the world, and you can find yourself competing with someone from your home team. The top, they had like a top 25 or something like that, but that top 10, once they got to the thick of things, that top 10, if you're at the bottom, maybe the bottom 3, you easily can be eliminated because of points. You see what I'm saying? So I like the fact that it allowed people to understand, and some of the confusion too, which had nothing to do with the judging system, or the judges or the committee as a collective, was certain things weren't being articulated to the participants. You see what I'm saying? So some stuff we couldn't even be accountable for because we were just there to judge. We weren't there to teach you, what you needed to know about everything that was going on. Question: if someone stumbles, but they have a round better than someone else that didn't stumble, who gets the edge? That's a good question. For me, though, if you stumble or choke and your round is not clean, you get a point off. That does not mean that you lose round. The way this judging system is set up, that's a point off. So if that person's material that they're battling was not that great, then that person the person with the stumble would get a 9, and the person whose material was not that great, not that creative, whatever the case may be, they would get a lower point. So although I feel that way, it's a point system. You see what I'm saying? So you take off by the points collectively. But any other time, if this was just as Savage is saying, if this is a lose-win. Now, see, Savage, this is where what you're saying, I get where you're coming from, but if it's just a lose-win situation that I'm judging for someone else, that person who may have had the better material but stumbled, if I'm a judge, they lose that round. Whereas a point system can kind of save you, because ultimately, if their material is not that good and yours is better, they lose more points than you do. Does that make sense? I was trying to get to Bro's point. Okay, so the advantage of the season is that you get better quality battlers with longer gaps between battles. As the quick turnaround leaves you with less impact. How do y'all feel about that?
Better quality, longer gaps between them. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I get what you're saying with that better quality. People have a better chance of writing and not doing any flips, blips, or chips, or stumbling and all of that. But at the same time, like you said, you want to keep the consumer engaged. Keep the consumer engaged. Keep punching them in their face with what? Battle rap. That's what we here to see. You giving too long. If the storyline has gone on too long, I ain't watched it in a couple of Sundays, bro. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why Tommy is standing over old boy putting 2 bullets in his head now. I don't know why. It took too long. You know what I'm saying? You just got to bring it back.
See, Battle Rap Stats, I should have had you come up too. I should have had you come up to explain that, bro. We're going to have to do that, because that, you know how I am. I like the explanation because I really believed in this, the way that they put this together. I feel like it was very well put together. And although we were building momentum as we went, I feel like a lot of, even with, like, for instance, Woman of the Year. There's a lot of stuff that was unknown by the fans and wasn't really explained out. And I understand you can't explain everything that you try to explain, people don't always get, but ultimately. And of course, bro is speaking my language in track and field. Exactly. It's a point system. You are given points by heats and events, actually. So yeah, over a course, the qualifying rounds, you'll have faster and slower heats, but the winners move on. So this is and really depending on what you're competing with, each heat as well as each event gets its own set of points, so that at the end there's a collective on who wins. So just kind of using that as an example. So yeah, this is very close to, yeah, it is. I agree with that. I do. That was a great analogy to use.
Wayne, you looking good. You getting all the points today.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I said you getting all the points today, Wayne. I see you out here. Ooh, just for me.
You so silly. You are so silly. But yeah, it, like I said, I really believed in the judging system. I did. My only thing is, yeah, I feel like now where I think from a competitive edge to satisfy what you guys are saying, I kind of feel like a 10-0 or a 0-10. Well, I know that's ugly, but a 0-10 would help kind of speed along the process. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I just like
you really didn't have any 0-6. Yeah, you really didn't have any 0-6 type of battles, but to kind of make it, a little eliminations when to kind of expedite the process toward eliminations, I feel like, or make it, condense it. I feel like if the point system, it was a little different, or but again, I don't feel like there were battles like that. So for me, it just, for me, it probably wouldn't have mattered, but yeah. Because let's see, there will be some adjustments for yes, okay, based on the feedback received. Like I said, it was a building process, and it was fun. The IJC, it was really fun that they allowed us to give our feedback. Like I said, it was, there were meetings every week as far as what's going on. It was in tune. I feel like the battlers needed to be just as in tune as we were with what their expectations were going to be from us. You see what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the uproar did come from the fact that the battlers didn't really understand at first. So they were kind of upset about certain things, and how some of the judges, how quickly we would give the judging, the timing of when the judging was going to commence. It was it may have been a few disconnects, but again, everything that you build, there's always a building process. So overall, collectively, although, there were little kinks in the armor or whatever, going within the 10 months, I feel like the process went up and not down. So how would y'all rate the tournament as a whole? Chat included.
Honestly,
how would y'all rate it? Yeah.
Honestly, as a whole, I would give it a C because of all the dropouts and whatnot, and some of the gaps in between the battles. So it's like I lost a little interest along the way. So it would pick up and wane and pick up and wane, and it's like I would rather it be more of a seeded tournament as opposed to the whole when they try to make divisions, because it was just trying to keep up with the divisions and everything. I think was just too much, and battle rap is such a rapid pace type of thing where it was giving you too much time to check out. Where because like you have one division they battle, and then the next division battle a couple weeks later, and so it's like people getting lost in the sauce. I think if you just keep it as a straight bracket, you could do more with it. and I just feel there's too many battlers. But overall, it's a C. But I think it could be better. I gotta get ready to go for this next game. We about to start playing right now. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Hold on 1 minute. Rain is texting me. Oh shit, that was 16 minutes ago. I didn't even see that.
Nah, that event, man. Are we going off of letter grades? Matter of fact, look, that shit was just like some IOG. It did what it was supposed to do. It hit. I guess it does the job. I just don't like how maybe there were too many battles, too much of a storyline to keep up with. Battle rap is a revolving door. Something new is happening all the time. The more and more steam you have off of you, the more somewhere else.
I feel like backouts you can't really put on the league. You feel me? Just kind of in doing what I do. I can't, and working with RBE, working with the winners K's and brick by brick. We can't, if hey, I could have known that this person was gonna battle. And I mean, and I've had that happen. People have gotten into accidents. We're still, although these people are trying to say COVID is gone. Oh, well, I don't want nobody flagging us, but that things shit happens. People aren't prepared. Things happen. So you can't really, and miscommunications happen. So I feel like you can't really base everything on the leave. When I look at it from a systematic point of view, I feel like the length of the tournament. I feel like we too goddamn spoiled in battle rap. Let fuck off. I'm trying to watch my words. I don't care.
Why you say that?
Why you say that? Because I have to be more political now. So just with the hats that I wear, I try to be. I don't have to be. I try to be a little more political now because of things that.
What I will say, sis, is that tournament did do what it was supposed to do, which is push the culture forward. That was a lot of battle rap, a lot of bars, a lot of content that's just gonna keep coming. You know what I'm saying? Pause if y'all play that game, whatever. Anyways,
right.
Yeah. Shout out to KOTD.
Right, Kimmy, me too.
Yeah, shout out to them,
I feel like we had a really good and considering the way so many of the battles we had, and not for nothing, the end game was worth it. The end game was worth it. The end game battle at the end of the day was worth it. I feel like we are in a microwave society. That, like I said, I'm gonna take the gloves off. I feel like we're in a microwave society that is affecting battle rap. And yes, because everything is so rapid, we're getting battle rap at 100 miles and running. It's great, which is absolutely great. On any given weekend, you can have Queen of the Ring, URL, RBE, and King of the Dot all having events. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is what we asked for. We were in, if you recall, battle rap used to take months. So it's not like, you see what I'm saying? It's not like we don't come from that. For them to put together quality events, I feel like at the end of the day, that's what the objective was. It's a tournament, for God's sake. So yeah, it was a tournament to allow different people to bring different talent together that some may not have known. Again, the dropouts, unfortunately, the exhibition battles, all of it was great. All of it really was great to put card together, or this bracket of battlers together. It gave great excitement. It actually provided battle rap from all of the regions. I too give it an 8 out of 10. I absolutely do. Again, next year, I just see it being even better. And if they will have me again, I might come back and judge. I don't know. This year is about to be. We got some shit going on. This year is about to especially for Brick by Brick, it's about to be a really, really good year. I'm trying to get my guys to that main stage. So I'm not sure when the next tournament is going to be, but again, starting off, I had so much fun working with everybody, and that's a big responsibility. It's a huge responsibility. I would not have judged this battle for as great as this battle was. I would not have judged this battle. Shout out to my brother, and prayers up to him and the family. His mother, Lord Jesus, his grandmother, his last matriarch of their family is in the hospital, and she's not doing very well. Shai was supposed to be up here with us too, but he is at the hospital. So we definitely want prayers up for him and the family. And you know what? I'm praying for strength. I'm praying for strength. We love you too. But yeah, so I'm sorry, y'all, not to be the Debbie Downer. I had to show my brother some love. But anyway, yeah, so today even, matter of fact, while we are bullshitting today, as we're talking about battle rap and all the battle rap there is, shit, you got the rap off. You got the rap off. Make sure y'all go follow the rap off. Shout out to my guy, Ilmac. Ilmac, I need you back. I need you back. You know, you are one of my favorites. Big K, Jada Nightwing, Danny Myers, who just came off a crazy bat. Look at this late ass nigga pulling up. Just pulling up all late and shit. Danny Myers, the Saurus and Il Viper, RX and First Lady Flames. We have more battle rap to commence.
Hold up. My bro done stepped in the building.
Okay, well, hold on.
Introduce yourself, my brother.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about his late ass.
Introduce yourself, my brother.
Wait. Go to Rap Off on Twitter, Rap Off on Twitch. It is a free event that you can watch this. So make sure y'all go and support. It starts at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. All right, old late ass nigga.
First of all, apologies. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna pull up or not, but everybody know I've been going with a hiatus and stuff like that. Taking some time off. I was dealing with a lot of personal things, and then just so much other stuff in battle rap that I didn't really want to deal with or whatever. A lot of the weirdos and all that other kind of stuff. So I wanted to take a step back, but I wanted to definitely pull up, to show that we still family, ain't nobody broke up or anything like that and all this other kind of stuff. But y'all been doing y'all thing. I've been watching and all that good stuff. So I'm here. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to get back to talking about battle rap and giving my opinions and all that other kind of stuff. Shout out to the people that call me Shannon Sharp. I kind of like it now. So.
And shout out to, wait a minute, and not for nothing. Battle Rap Stats, my brother. These two brothers, make sure if I'm not on the panel, my Breakdown Crew brothers got to. Real Name Ray and Slathian, man, listen, they would be great on the panel. They would be great on the judging panel. Yeah, I definitely need to see them. Ray was just on the stock drop list. But yeah, I definitely need to see my brothers. You know how we give it up on the breakdown crew. Anyway, we did already kind of talk about it, but talk about Pass and Bill. Raine gave her explanation as to why she had the battle and called it the way she called it, which I agree with. Savage is at a football game, so he didn't have all his notes. He didn't have his 30 pages of rhymes. I know that you said that you had who you had.
Yeah, I put in the family in the group chat that I had Bill Collector 2-1. I thought the first round from Bill was pretty good. I really liked what Pass was doing with the different Bill flips. I mean, we've all heard Bill flips before, but Pass really did something different with the Bill flips. I really enjoyed those Bill flips. The second round to me was a lot closer, and I edged the Bill, but I can understand why a lot of people could give the second round to Pass. And then the third round, when Pass threw the backpack on and went back to old Pass, he left Earth in the third round, and I gave him the third round. But I did have Bill 2-1, but I did edge the second round to Bill, and I can understand why a lot of people feel like Passwurdz may have won the battle or whatever, because that second round is really, really debatable. It's very, very debatable.
I feel like what I was saying earlier, and that's kind of what we were focusing on earlier, is that second round, actually, because I feel like although Bill had the rebuttal, but at the same time, and the airline, but like everything that he had in that second was crazy. But I feel like because and at going to the point of what Savage was saying, how rapid punching in a tournament will win you the battle a lot of times, and the material on top of that. But I feel like Pass, when I judge a battle, I'm looking at that, but I'm also looking at how you set it up. I'm looking at how creative you are. I'm the type of person, y'all know that I like the material that makes me think, and it stings me. You understand? And I feel like Pass had material that it was punch. It wasn't jabbed. It was jab, but that shit, when he hit you and you didn't realize that he hit you in your kidney and you just pissed on yourself. You don't know.
Right.
That's what I feel like he did in that second round. I feel like I go back to the Baki arrangements, and then flipped it over to Picasso, and your face is looking like all of that. If Google is y'all niggas' friend, I'm gonna say it again. Google is your friend. Just Google.
But see, here's the thing.
He painted a whole picture.
Here's the thing, though, Wayne, is we're dealing with a lot of people now that if they don't understand the reference immediately, they're not going to get it. So they're going to be like, they're going to dock because I didn't understand the reference immediately. And that's like, for instance,
right.
Now we're dipping in the murky waters here, Ray.
Hold on.
Sit there and look at the person next to you.
I'm using the event.
Here we go. Hold on. Let me put y'all on.
You look at the person next to you at an event. I'm not saying I disagree with you, but you look at a person that's standing next to you at an event and you be like, how you didn't catch that? So now you're looking like, okay, is everybody in here stupid? All right, I'm not sure.
Listen, this true story. I forget what episode of My Expert Opinion it was. Shout out to Mav Hoffa. But he said that he was like, he didn't want to reveal who the chick was. He said she was like, one of them Instagram models or whatever. He was like, and she cheered for a bar that the crowd was cheering for. And Math was like, what'd he say? And the girl was like, I don't know. So sometimes with most fans, they need to get it immediately. They don't, and Wing is right. Google
They
can't be
need
your
to
friend.
read
Google
the
can't be
book.
your friend. That's just like, for instance, when we had watched Calico versus Sue Surf as a family, and you started catching all of the tip lines that Cal was saying in the very beginning, a lot of people slept on that stuff. A lot of people slept on what Cal was saying in the beginning of that battle. They was not catching it.
Facts.
So you have those people that if there's not a Google map right there in front of them to tell them how to get to the direction of the punchline, they're not going to catch it. But you have those people that actually know what the reference are, and they immediately catch it right then and there. So that's why you have certain people that's like, they rather have the battle in a smaller room, because for some reason it seems like it catches faster with those in the smaller room than in a larger crowd. So
yeah, they need to read a book. Don't dumb it down. They need to read a book. Open it. Get into it. Sorry, man. Nah.
Sometimes you can't dumb stuff down.
Well, I mean,
you can't dumb stuff down, but then this always remind me of the Jay-Z verse. He was like, yo, truth be told, lyrically, I'm probably Talib Kweli. Like, Jay, like, yo, I'm one of them guys that if I really want to, I can actually spit that shit. But I know a lot of y'all is not going to care for it. It's not going to dumb it down.
Y'all wouldn't even catch it. It wouldn't even register with you.
You know, so you have those, but you have those artists or those rappers or those battlers that's like, yo, I'm not about to dumb my style down. Either you catch it right now or you're not going to catch it, but I'm not about to dumb my style down. That's why for some, it's a gift and a curse for Loaded Lux that you will watch his battles live and be like, oh, he lost. But then everybody will go back and watch his battles and slowly start like catching everything he was saying and be like, oh, you can make an argument that he actually
but this
won
is
this
why
battle.
I tell my battlers,
jabs in that.
but I tell my battlers that exact thing. There are two types of battles. There's the in the building, and there is the cam battles. So you have to actually play the camera just as much as you're playing into the crowd. And I feel like, this is where, look, after they go, they edit, they do everything that they do, the battle looks way closer than what you may have thought that it did. Now, with saying that, in this battle, I feel like they both played to the crowd. I just feel like you said, and I said earlier, we live in a microwave society where, yes, his rapid punches, and again, this takes nothing away from Bill, because Bill has leveled up to alien status. He really has. And Paz found the motivation to come back and do what he was doing. I was watching the pregame. Well, they had face-offs, but they were doing, before the event started, Lush was doing an interview with Paz, and he kind of was speaking to him about his longevity being, in battle rap, his legacy in battle rap, or I used the wrong words, his legacy in rap, and that some people may not know who he is. Some fans, because we have younger fans now, they're not going to go back and do the research. And even if they did go back and watch some of his more recent battles, this wasn't the best display of Paz's greatness that he really is. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lush, y'all forgot one battle when y'all was talking about it. Y'all about his Philly Swain and the other battles. Y'all forgot about his battle with DNA. But anyway, that again, this is what he does. And the fact that this battle gave me so much life is because it was kind of like they were speaking to each other in the same language, so to speak. There was a time when Bill had been here for years and he was still not being accepted, whereas Paz has been here just as longer, and it was kind of like all his main battles to solidify who he is were so long ago that you're kind of like, okay, well, my nigga, you ain't the same person. And not for nothing, you got about 5 other battle rappers that you look like that basically, when he said shit to Paz, it was like, ooh, that kind of stung, because it was like, shit, you know, yeah, you kind of are, you know, you kind of have battlers that have came after that do exactly what you do.
Yeah.
Where is your place in battle rap now? So I like both of their angles. I just kind of felt like, okay, who did it better? That's the way I'm judging the battle as I'm watching, because of the history that most may not know.
Oftentimes,
yes, that was Kimmy. That was one of my favorite friggin' battles. Listen, I'm a big DNA fan, but in that battle, I was so mad because, again, a lot of people, which Bill did, expounded on when he talked about thesaurus, and he kind of, you know, took the angle about, as I was saying, about, you know, different battlers that you took styles from, locksmith, thesaurus, all of that. DNA took that same approach. But I don't like when people use I like the fact that Bill was consistent in his flips with using pass as in P-A-S-S instead of past, P-A-S-T. And that second round where it was a great round for DNA, it was like, DNA. I go back and forth with that round, but I just brought that up just, you know, because that was a great battle that they didn't mention. That was a fight. But anyway, go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
No, what I was going to say is that, you know, oftentimes we have those battles where it's like you hear people go use the same angles over and over again or whatever, but then it's like, okay, how do you execute that angle this time? Who executed the angle best? Right. Y'all might be going against each other, may use the same angle or whatever, but who's going to execute it better this time around? Like, does this angle now hit with the crowd a lot more? Like, for instance, you know, we seen what Bill Collector did with the angle versus Mike P. And even Bill said, okay, it's done. Right. It's done. I can't do you no worse. And then next thing you know, Geechee Gotti took the angle and did a lot worse with the angle versus Mike P. So it's like, yeah, that's the one thing that is a constant with battle rap. Is like, you know, as a fan or as a fan of anything, period, when you're tired of hearing something versus, yo, it's new to me again. And it all depends on the writing, because the next person that Mike P may battle, that angle may fall flat as hell, and people be like, "Okay, bro, you shouldn't." Right. but other than that, you know, it really depends on the way how you structure it and how you writing it. With Pass did versus Bill, it wasn't nothing that I never heard before, but it was different and I liked it. Same thing with Bill. What Bill did with Pass, it was, I've heard it, but it was something new and I liked it. So it really depends on how you really attack the same thing over and over again or whatever, you know. I mean, it's just like science. Before it becomes a fact, everything starts as a theory, and you're going to attack that theory in different angles until it becomes a fact. So that's that.
He broke him down.
All facts. Did you get a chance to watch the other battles, or?
I did look at clips of Lou Castro. I did see Cal and Chess, and yeah, I did see what was the other one?
Well, I was talking about with this event, but
with this event, no, I did not. I didn't get a chance to see the other battles. I just went straight to the. To Bill.
We're gonna do a recap. Right. No, we're going to do a recap of the event. Again, for those who don't know, if you have, I don't think you have to have a certain type of subscription with them, but they do have the event on replay right now. We are going to do a full recap sometime this week, because I feel like those battles deserve as much light. Like, that was, those were great battles going into the main event. So definitely, for those who are just coming in, we're going to do a full recap on the other three battles. this week. We just wanted to have Raine up here and talk to her a little bit. But let's get into Any Given Sunday. Ray.
First of all, I want to say this, man.
Was it a choke? Was it a choke with Chess?
Okay, so I was seeing a lot of people debate this. Listen, for real, I was seeing a lot of people debate this. Was it a choke? Was it not a choke? I seen on Champion, shout out to Jay Black and his entire cast over there. They were breaking it down, and I seen Anwar was like he didn't want to label it a choke, but it had all the elements of a choke, so he still deducted points from Chess. To me, is really like, okay, here's now y'all know I got weird philosophies. Y'all know I have weird philosophies. But let me say this. It's like y'all trying to just, is it a hero or is it a sub? Or is it a po' boy? It's like, it's kind of the same thing. Hold on, it's kind of the same thing, but you gotta call it.
Or is it a hoagie? Or is hoagie?
Right, or is it a hoagie? See,
or is it just a sub sandwich?
So that's what I'm saying. So
with a whole bunch of lettuce. Personally,
I still think it was a choke. And again,
what?
Listen. When Anwar, listen, hear me out. Anwar tried to break it down and said, well, it still had all the elements of a choke, but I really don't want to call it a choke. Listen, you can have all the elements of gumbo, but it's still going to be gumbo at the end of the day. You can have all the elements of whatever you want to call it, a sub, a po' boy, a hoagie, a hero.
Whether it was homemade gumbo or it was Zatarain's out of the box. It's still goddamn gumbo.
First of all, we shan't disrespect gumbo like that. Secondly, it was tuna at best. It was tuna at best. You understand me? So,
but here's the thing. And listen, I agree with Timberland TV. Listen, hold on. But here's the thing. I agree with Timberland TV. Choke or not, points get deducted. What I don't like is that URL edited it out to make the battle seem a lot different on the app. That's what I don't like. All I'm saying, to me, it was a choke. One is because we know the history of Chess doing this. This is not brand new news. Chess have done it time and time again. We've taken points from Chess in the past. The only difference between then and now is usually when Chess like burp or throw up, he immediately get back to it. This time he took like a real brief omission, yo, let me intermission. I'm saying readmission. He took a real brief intermission and left the stage and was gone for a period of time, and then came back. And Calico was like, I see you get his bars off. And I mean, he still rapped his heart out. He still was fire and all of that stuff. But regardless of if he would have choked or not, Calico material was still better than Chess's in that first round. Thank you, Timberland TV. There you go. Right there. Calico's material was way better than Chess's in that first round. Chess had some stuff, but Calico was actually really talking. Calico was in that bag that everybody knows Calico for talking about. And it's no difference. And thank you. There's no difference on it's a big difference now how they treated the young upstarts versus how they treat the new upstarts. Why? Because the young upstarts didn't have contracts. So with the new young stars, they can't sit them down for too long. Like when Smack did the Jay Black show when he was like he's sitting New Jersey Twerk down. New Jersey Twerk could be battling either at Nome or Summer Madness this year. We not even about to pretend like that's not happening.
Well, he's battling Snake Eyes. And then Cortez and him are supposed to battle Felt if he loses.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing though.
Ooh. That's a major statement. Yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely not.
But here's the thing though, Wayne. It's like we're giving too many kid gloves to the mess ups because it's like, oh well, he'll get it back, blah 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 blah. But then you have those same fans in the same breath again. People know who they want to protect, and people know who they don't want to protect. I literally seen this on Black Compass or whatever. Shout out to them. I'm a fan of their show. I watch their show. But you know who to defend and who not to defend when it's somebody you care for. If this was Calico, people be like, yo, it's time for Cal to sit down.
Oh, they would have raked him across the coals.
Yeah.
Because they would have stoned him. They would have virtually stoned him out of battle rap.
Because it's chess, is yo, we got to get a youngin a chance. We got to let the youngin dog. He been doing this throughout.
Chess has been here for years.
Exactly.
He's been here for years. Come on.
Exactly. No. But the thing is that we constantly play the kid gloves to everybody else, and to the point that that's being made right now. Battle rap is just entertainment. Now winning and losing really doesn't matter, and that's a fact. Winning and losing really does not matter in battle rap no more. The only reason why they have a record on the URL app is because they need to keep record for their next big venture. We all heard Mickey Fax tell the story where they took a battle to one of the head people at Netflix, and the woman asked, well, who won the battle? And they said, well, we just like to let the fans debate over it. And she was like, this would not work because you need to have a clear-cut winner. That's the only reason why this app has winners and losers now. They have a record to keep now. And that's just being completely honest.
Winners and losers.
So,
I agree.
I had Cal winning.
Like
in the end,
at the end of the day,
I had Cal winning this battle. It was a great battle, but I had Cal winning.
I would agree. So.
Either way it goes, I don't see, like you said, the material was way better. So yeah, I don't see how that would have, he may have had a better first round, but Cal definitely was in his fucking bag for this battle. Unlike the 30 that was also caused in Clips and Lou Castro. This was more like a rookie versus vets to me.
Clips beat that boy bad. Clips beat that boy bad.
He fought. You know what? Slate was like, Wayne, he's giving me all these different points. And I'm like, yeah, okay, and what?
But see, here's the problem. Here's the problem with Lou Castro. Here's the problem with Lou Castro. I think because he's a great talent. He's a great talent. I think he's battling too much because I know he already had the material ready for Clips, but it seems like he's taking on so many battles that now he's having those moments in his battles where he has something that hits and then he has just all performance. And sometimes if you perform well enough,
ask you a question.
Your all performance can get you over the hump. But then when you standing against somebody that's actually battling you, that performance don't mean shit. It really does not mean nothing at all.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? How can I word this? Slate what I'm about to say. I hear what you're saying as far as battling too much, but Have we not seen the same Lou Castro in all battles?
You feel like you've seen one battle, you've seen them all?
I'm not ready to say that yet.
Hoagie, Subway sandwich.
I'm not. The reason why I'm not ready to say that yet. The reason why I'm not ready to say that yet is it's certain things about Lou Castro that I like. That just seems slightly different in his battles. But I get where you're going, and that's why I said I'm not ready to say that just yet. I'm not ready to say, yo, if you've seen one Lou Castro battle, you've seen them all. Like, I'm not ready to say that yet.
Ooh, Timberland TV.
What's the difference between Lou and drugs? Well, shit, the difference between Lou and drugs is the difference between Lou and drugs is shit. I think drugs probably won more battles than Lou. That's probably the only real big difference between them two.
I think he was talking about quitting. Excuse me, I did not mean to yawn in y'all face like that. I had my hand over. I took my hand off my face quick. And it's no diss to either one of them. When Timberland asked that, I don't think they came from the same squad. You know, I feel like what I've seen of drugs, he knows how to reinvent the wheel. Although he may not be going anywhere, I feel like he get better, and I don't feel like it's not too late. I feel like some of the matches he got to stop taking these big name matches so quickly and really get his craft together. Because these battles that they've given him, he's lost. So, you know, he's winning in the popularity vote by the pockets of people that he's putting himself with. But longevity, I don't see it there because I don't necessarily see him evolving right now. I saw his evolve from when back then till now. Same with Lou. But I feel like Lou is going in reverse. Maybe because he is battling too much. I feel like they don't need to do them. They did Briz and T-Top. That I don't feel like they're ready. I feel like that class was ready to be in front of the people that they were in front of so quickly. I don't feel like this class has evolved that way yet. Yeah.
But you want me to add on to that point you made. Briz and T-Top.
Yeah, Lou has star power is what he had. Lou has star power.
Just got to make sure that them
and
bars
he does not yell
up
like that. But that wicked, I can't get into
sure that them show up.
Okay. That wicked, I don't like that shit. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't like it. And shout out to Mark, because Mark was like, oh, when he does the wicked department. No. That shit is assy. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like that in my battle rap. I'm sorry.
Lou Castro.
I'm sorry.
That was
a minor.
Lou Castro is the URL's Deadpool.
No, you're not. We're not about to disrespect Deadpool like that. We not about to disrespect Deadpool like that.
I see where he was going with it, though. I do see where he was going with it. Because check it. Deadpool was dead as dangerous. But his comedic sarcasm when he about to kill you, he about to whoop your ass, whatever he's about to do, I get it. And not for nothing, because Mike said, yeah, it's better than drugs. He has, now don't get it twisted. He fought an admirable fight, and he lost and with honor. He lost with honor to Clips. He really did. And I feel like it was an admirable death because he fought so hard in a Deadpoolish-esque way that, you know,
he broke
I don't
the
know.
fourth
I had
wall.
to gaze into the SAR for that.
The part when he just stopped and said, you and Hitman better introduce me to Nick Cannon right now before I get mad. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that, my brother. It's breaking
That's not rap.
But it adds to his character. Does it not? On that big stage, did it not do what it was supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Hold on. I get what Slade is saying because I get your point. It's not rap, but Lou has done this in his battles. The same thing with what did he say to Rum Nitty about like not listening to his album or downloading his album or something like that. The same thing with Arsenal and you better tag me in the post, and so yeah, it
that's
adds
marketing.
a little bit to it.
That's marketing. That's promotion. It's not battle. That's marketing and promotion. That's not battle. That's the selfish plug. Mel, are you saying that Drugs is better than Lou? Is that what you're saying?
The Ambitious Diary says, so did y'all like all Big T sound effects? Lou does the same thing. Here's the thing about Big T sound effects. When Big T came into the game, we never heard that before. So it was new. It was new to everybody's ears. It was basically like getting the first pair of Air Ones out the box. They was new. Now the motherfuckers is bent up at the tip. That's all it was. It was new when we first seen it. When we first opened the box, they were brand new. But then, like most Air Force Ones, the mugs bend at the tip very fast, and they look busted and disgusted after so long. I mean, after real quickly. So to me, that was
a waste of money too. When Norbs got fired, URL stopped developing talent. The way one good battle, any good guy can get top tier. I agree with that. I agree with that in a couple of different ways because it was kind of like fast tracked certain people.
You got to blame the fans too, but continue.
And other people. Yeah, and then other people kind of like for instance, I feel like where is Swamp's other big battles? I feel like they sit him down, and I feel like if Swamp got that same kind of treatment, it would be a little different. I feel like that's somebody who can actually withstand the test of time. I feel like most Goonies involved into the same battle rap except Jack Boy. Okay, but could we say the same thing with the PG step class? Dre Dennis and them. What's my guy? Prez Mafia. Well, I don't feel like Jay Murder did.
Okay, so to the point that you made, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh my God, Blade. Y'all are horrible. Y'all are horrible individuals. Okay. Oh. Lou is not better than Drugs. Oh. Well, I think Ambitious Diaries kind of gave you the analogy that 30% in entertainment or performance, where Drugs is 90% bars, not all of them hit, and 10% performance, because that yelling shit don't work. It absolutely does not work. You're right. Okay, he did. I feel like, how can I put this? I feel like it's easier to beat somebody that you know, per se, right? With kind of, I don't know, because you kind of know strategically how to beat them. I'm not taking that win away from drugs, but I feel like that was I kind of feel like it was an easy battle for him. Now, this is why a minute ago I just asked Ray the question that I asked him about Lou Castro. If you've seen one Lou Castro battle, don't you see them all? I can't say the same thing about drugs, other than the fact that he yells in his battles.
I just see something that made me
Bring
laugh.
back Mrs. Wade. Yes.
I see something that made me laugh. You probably about to post it in a minute.
What are you looking at? I'm afraid.
Oh no, where is it at? Where is it?
I'm afraid.
There you go.
Money is on his our bullshit right now. Oh my goodness. But you've been speaking nothing but facts. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to get through these comments. Clips had an amazing battle though. Right. And again, I don't really know why they put that man with him. Like, that's not a battle that he should have had. This thing by the fast checking. Me and P had a conversation last year, I think, sometime about Ace Amin, where I absolutely love Ace. I like that. He's dope. He's a dope person. You know, I feel like he's talented, and he's a dope person outside of battle rap. But I do believe that they fast tracked him. I feel like his first, or the battle that they set him up with Swamp, I feel like Swamp was supposed to be the underdog in that battle. And because everybody was talking about Swamp at that time, and to put him up against the Ace Amin, I feel like that was to pull him up, when in all actuality it did, but it also leveled Swamp up. So it wasn't as effective, I feel like, as they thought it was. Ace is another one where I feel like he has battles that he's lost. Go ahead.
Shouldn't a battle like that be able to level up both parties?
You should be able to,
because when we look at JC and Chilla, that battle leveled both of them up.
Mm-hmm.
We often look at the new kid on the block and think like, yo, this battle should level up just this one person. Same thing you could say about with real name Brandon and Kid Slade. Shouldn't that battle been able to level them both up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it showed okay. So battles like that, it actually, here's the key thing, because that's what I do with guys and girls. That's what I do. I'm going to always give you a battle to level you up, but I'm also going to give a battle for you to play into your strengths that you can learn. Now, there's battles that you do that when you're leveling a person up, but there's also battles that when you do that and you add a backstory to it to boost somebody else's career.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Ambitious Diary, I agree with you.
This is what I mean.
Leveled each other up.
Facts.
Right. Absolutely. But the problem is, we're going to go back to that, because the problem is, while it levels that person up, if you're leveling them up too quickly and you put them in front of somebody that is going to spank the dog shit out of them, how much you hustling backwards. This is what I mean by, I feel like Lou is now hustling backwards, because they done he's accepted these battles. They put situations that he's not ready for.
Thank you. You just reminded me of the point that I was trying to make where I lost my train of thought. I don't put this solely on the league. I also have the fans play a part in this because the fans will be sitting up here and trying to fast track these guys to stardom as well. Oh, we need to see this person again. Da, 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 da. He had such great performance. We need to see him, blah, 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 blah.
And then put them in front of somebody too damn soon and then get their biscuit burnt.
Thank you. But like to me, that's that. Listen, fast tracking can be a gift and a curse. It can either you put that person on the fast track and then they show up, they turn out to be a star, or you put them on a fast track and then you see they're not as good as the fans originally was pushing them to be. So it was like when you have those situations that somebody's just pushing for a person or whatever, you know, so it will literally, sometimes it bites them in the butt. For instance, everybody knew Twerk had been choking since the Dougie battle. A lot of people, to me, to this day, people sleep on the fact that Dougie, you can make an argument that Dougie won that battle, but because Twerk had the biggest moment in that battle with the I'm strapped in, and that's the number one thing everybody talked about, it catapulted him past Dougie.
But hold on. But this is, thank you for saying that, because let me give you another prime example. What I mean by when you put somebody in front of somebody to level them up, and then you put a narrative or a backstory or something else that you add on to that.
Right.
The strapped in. Remember, he had this big expose, this big movie. You didn't know if it was going to be a movie or if it was going to be a music that was coming out. Remember, they would put in front of the battles that creepy walk to scary movie type of feel or whatever, and you hear him with the strapped in and all of that. They were making him great. You see what I'm saying? They were already developing that whole promo thing for him. So this is why, and that's another one. I feel like they definitely fast tracked Twerk, but he had the potential to be able to move through these different pockets. He was one of them, but the discipline was not there. So they probably should have not done that as quickly for him at that time. That's the way I feel about that with him. Ace has been having good showings. I think his outside life stops him from being so active now. That is true. That's why I say a dope person, because at one point Ace did not take battle rap seriously. It was to use to promote his music. He said that when we had him on the show. But as he grew to love it, he became a scholar of the craft. He really became a scholar of this shit and started to really develop himself. Really. I can't say that anybody else really helped to develop him other than just putting him certain battles in front of him. And then if they didn't want to do that, he did it himself. But you know, I feel like that is somebody who took his career in his own hands and decided to take the battles that gave him, he learned the game. Let me put it that way. He learned the game. Yeah. Mel, he said nobody asked for Lou. There was a great point that was earlier on about fast tracking, and basically it doesn't really get you as Ray said, fast can be a gift and a curse, because it can work for those who can handle the pressure, but then other people, you think you have star power. That's what it was. They fast track those who have star power. I think Money said that. You're right. And fast tracking somebody who has star power does not make for great battles. It doesn't, because like we were saying, you put a certain front of it, you know, that person, and the star power goes. And then also Money was saying it doesn't develop a concrete fan base. And that is the biggest thing, because when you're building these guys, they are being built to have organically their own fan bases.
Yeah.
Lord, poor newborn. He pioneered. Come on, Blade. I hate Blade. He from there choking in battles, yet do it now and be on the back. Yeah, be on back to back big cards. You ain't lying.
But
You ain't
that's because
lying.
now,
Oh no, I always thought. Never mind.
but that's because now the fact of you have the contracts. So these guys are already booked 2-3 battles in advance. Remember, if you go back to the Sue Surf and Cortez face off, and they brought up, well, what if you lose this battle to Cortez, or what if you choke or whatever? Sue Surf was like, I'm already booked for my next one. So it's like, the thing is, during that era, also a lot of people got to remember, during that era of, I don't want you choke, you sit down for a couple of months, or you choke, you do this for a period of time. It wasn't that many big leagues out there. Yeah, you had
Right.
your grind times. You still had you had all of that, but it really wasn't like no big leagues out there. Now, with the fear of, if I sit artist down and he decides that he wants to go battle on King of the Dot or RBE, now it's a problem. So we will allow you to go ahead and mess up an event. We will allow you to go ahead and mess up a battle, but we're going to make sure you are already booked for the next 2 or 3 battles down the line, so you don't go nowhere else, or don't be enticed to go anywhere else because somebody may offer you a nice bag. So
We'll see.
That's that situation.
And to speak to JT Beemore's point, Geechee was not necessarily fast tracked. He had plenty of battles before he got to before he actually got to URL. People just didn't see those battles. You see what I'm saying? Like, he had the awards, he had the Danny Myers, he had the Dre Vicious, he had several battles that really he was cementing himself with the names of battle rap. So I feel like fast tracking him, I see what you're saying with, him coming into the game of URL, and getting to the plates that he got to. I feel like he already had somewhat of a seasoning with him. Now, on the flip side of that, the fast tracking that I feel happened with him is the fact that while he was getting these names, he was able to withstand the constant putting him in front of somebody, and proving he was proving himself. But again, this is where the backstories come into play, the believability and the popularity that they throw on you by putting these marketing things in front of you and all these other different stuff, all these different things that they use to grow his popularity. Bro had more debatables than he had wins.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm from the West and I'm hard on my West bull, but yeah, I feel like he's another scholar of the game, and I feel like he got better with time.
Yeah.
So that's why I mean by the withstanding, or being able to withstand the pressures. Definitely, I could see that with him being fast tracked. But yeah, I kind of didn't feel that way. I felt like he would be a star anyway. And not for nothing, I've believed in him because that's was his shoot. That's what actually solidified him, to be honest.
Yeah. Ambitious Diaries, you're in the right wheelhouse. You're in the right wheelhouse, but I want to say something to the point that you're making, because Ambitious Diaries said also they have too many cards and not enough talent or matchups left. Scouting is extremely important. I agree.
Them niggas got 5,224.
Hold on. I agree with the point that it's too many cards, because it's not letting us as battle rap fans digest what we see, because it's always, oh, it's another card next week. It's another card next week. It's another card next week. Like we all remember how it was back in the day, where it was like you would get, 3, possibly 4 big events from King of the Night, 3, maybe 2 big events from RBE, 3, possibly 4 big events from URL, and it spread itself out. So we was able to digest those cards a lot faster. Those battles, slower. We was able to break down the battles a lot easier, whatever. Now that's the point I agree with Ambitious Diary. It's too many cards now. Where I don't agree with you, they have too much talent. The only reason why I don't look like it's not enough talent is because they keep booking the same people over and over again. If you really look at URL's roster of the people that they have on contract, they have a lot of people under contract.
Bro, why you got yourself on here twice?
Oh, so if you look at how URL has it set up, they have actually too many people under contract. They have way too many people under contract. The problem is it don't seem like they got enough talent because they're only booking the same people over and over again.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with that. Let me get to Peter's question. And Peter, here's the thing about that. You good, bro? I don't think he can hear us. Peter, the thing about that too, Jerry West was losing off URL. Like, that was crazy. Scouting is definitely necessary. Money. Scouting is extremely necessary. His stock definitely down. I don't say that he wasn't a commodity. I just feel like he needed certain battles put in front of him before they put him in these pockets, is what I believe. Definitely Geechee, and he is, there's talks that would imply we shouldn't even be having the Geechee GOAT conversation or legend conversation. Is he not one of the fastest, or did he not have the fastest growth in battle rap to what he is right now?
I can honestly say I can't think of nobody who hasn't had a faster rise than Geechee Gotti. And you can argue like he hasn't missed a step. Like, he's a student of the game. He loves this shit, like, and he puts his all into it. And he comes in every battle. He gives you 3 rounds of fire every time, and he shows up every time. Regardless if you have him losing a battle or not, or a battle is debatable or anything like that. Best believe you're going to get a good Geechee Gotti every battle.
Even on the small leagues. I agree. Yeah. I agree. Prestavia is getting fast tracked. It seems like it's working for now. She has star power. She has a presence about her that we don't get a whole lot of in female battle rap. But I'm afraid she's going to run into that one female. Yeah.
Well, the thing is everybody has that one. Everybody has that one roadblock that they run into that, soon as they run into it, it put that little kink in the armor, like, okay. So
yeah. And how she comes back from that is what's gonna matter.
Yeah.
Too many cards is good for these battlers to hold an L for months and come back later like the early URL days. But they don't allow them to hold those L's. They would rather put them in front of other people and then fuck around and get a whole bunch of other L's, but continue to build their star power, opposed to letting their asses sit down and hold that L. You'll get a 1 round a month. I'm from that era. Right. Yeah. URL 1 round. Man, listen. And I wouldn't want that. That's, kind of going back into the conversation about the King of the Dot tournament and how, some of y'all felt like the King of the Dot tournament, they weren't putting the battles out fast enough. Mailman, that's exactly what we were talking about. It was like, we were doing the rating of the tournament, and Savage gave it, he gave it a grade. He gave it a C. And he felt like the different technicalities that prevented certain things, behind the scenes shit you really can't deal with, backouts, whatever. You really can't, you can't put that on the list sometimes. But as far as quantity, we got a whole bunch. It was hard to keep up with it because of how slowly they dropped the battles. But again, because we live in such a microwave society right now that, it's so much friggin' battle rap going on. That's what we're used to. So King of the Dot kind of fell short with that. So yeah, but that microwave, that era of waiting for a battle to drop gave you the anticipation. And yes, the battlers had to hold that accountability. Matter of fact, I was saying on the show the other day, we don't even like, you remember back when, and JC for an example, JC used to go on losing or these winning sprees and then fuck around and run into somebody and get done dirty. And then that next big battle that he had was like, oh shit, when JC come back, he about to kill such and such. And we were waiting for that. We anticipated that because that's what he did. When you lost, it was always that next opponent. You was afraid for that next opponent because they was about to take that shit out on you. We don't have battle rap like that anymore.
Yeah.
URL roster is 95% mid-tier, barely getting booked. That's what we're saying. But you're booking you're keeping the same people in rotation for what? I'm not asking the question, but again, that's a question that,
to appease the fans.
At the end of the day, them niggas
because
got
like,
152.
Think about it. If URL put out
692.
Think about it. If URL put out an all mid-tier card, the fans would be screaming, "Who is these people? Why is Geechee Gotti not on the card? Why is Surf not on the card? Why is this person not on the card?" So it's like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You want to create new stars, but then you're going to have the majority of the fans screaming, "Who is these new people on the card, and why should we watch it?"
Money, I think we still have GOATs. I believe that we still have GOATs because the GOAT status is not necessarily based off of wins and losses or just based off of wins and losses. Like the GOAT legend statuses are based off of the overall collective of work and accomplishments, accolades, and battle rap, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Fastest is most consistent. Is it? Is it really? Is my question. Although it's fast, consistency matters. Quality matters. Why is this? Oh, I don't know what's going on, Peter. I can't see your question. For some reason, something is weird happening. It looks like you have a question, but there's a question or a comment that's above yours that's not letting me get to yours. So retype that for me so I can try to get what it is that you're saying.
Danny, you read that one right. Danny's going to be Prestavia's roadblock. You saw that one right, Wayne. And then the next one says Peter Lewis said Kid Chaos is going to be the next step back.
I can't see nothing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure why I can't see any of the comments anymore.
I see all of that.
Yeah, I still see
I
everything.
see y'all blocked somebody, but I can't see nothing after that. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Kid Chaos is going to be the next step back. The next to step back. I thought he was already stepped back.
Here, so listen, I seen the elevator interview with Kid Chaos. Shout out to Geechee Gotti and Emerson Kennedy. And I like the point that Kid Chaos was making. Him and Geechee Gotti was making the same. I mean, not Geechee Gotti. B Dot. Him and B Dot was making the same point. To me, their bars translate better for some reason in smaller rooms. And Kid Chaos does not. Okay. He feels like, I don't think he wants to really dumb himself down for a larger crowd. So that's why him and B-Dot both was like, yo, URL, y'all need to split it up. Okay, if you go have the big stage events, have the big stage events. But shit, throw some of us on a rooftop. Throw some of us on a, like, think about it.
Yeah.
When what was that battle that was on the rooftop? Emerson Kennedy and Quantum Physics. Remember when that battle dropped?
Oh, yeah.
How people was praising Quantum. Now, Quantum Physics used to be the butt of everybody's jokes. But when that battle dropped between him and Emerson Kennedy, people gave Quantum Physics so many damn flowers in that comment, it wasn't funny. Because they was like, we need to see more of these battles with these guys. That's like really, really, really rapping. You know, so I think it will be, that's just me, man. I think URL need to throw a couple of more of them rooftop joints together. You know, that will fit the dynamic for other people that feels the need. Like, I'm not here to perform for a crowd. I'm here to actually show I can out-rap you. And sometimes the out-rapping thing is never enough. It's never enough. It's only going to fit. If you got 2,000 people in there and only 100 care about if you out-rapping somebody, I mean, you still got 1,900 other motherfuckers that's going to be like, man, no, I'm here for you to entertain, blow something up, shoot the nigga in the head, slide back, reload, something like,
right.
You know, so that's just, yeah.
Agreed. Quantum is still he really is. So to answer the question about consistency, I feel like you don't necessarily have to slow it down. You have to give certain battlers the setting to grow. That's what I feel like. RBE's straight to it. When the battle with Cicero came out, the battle with Jay Mills, the battle with Reed, everybody went crazy for those battles because put them in a light where it was like, oh shit, everybody is not for the main stage. Does not mean that they're not popular or they're not good battlers. Everybody doesn't have a certain type of aura that meets that requirement. Great. You have to put battles and battlers when you put a card together in certain facets is the way I look at it. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, you're making a good point. Maybe you're definitely making a good point.
He was on RBE. He was on RBE, but sometimes business does not, you know, do what it's supposed to do. Or if you burn bridges, I can't speak for URL, but I think that might be Quantum's thing as far as the business. You might see him back on there though. And actually, he was in the social distancing battles. So you may see him back.
Hopefully.
and he had the battle with 40.
Oh yeah, I remember that battle. Because Clean came in the third round. That's what ended up happening. Get him getting a 1-rounder with C3, which was hilarious. Yep. So Rosenberg Bill,
The king of PA,
needs to happen. You know, at one point I was very interested in that battle.
If you watch Swave and if you watch Swave versus Bill at our PA event, Rosenberg spoke that.
Bill says set it up.
When he said that?
He said that when he battled Swave.
Oh, I don't remember because I was off the stage.
He said it like twice, as a matter of fact.
Y'all need to go advocate for that battle. Y'all definitely need to go advocate for that battle. But yeah, so I don't know. This was a great damn discussion today, though. I'm a little tired. We'll have to bring Raine because her on her phone, I don't know what the hell was going on with her iPhone, but we were able to get it in, with her for a little bit. But we definitely have to bring her back up. Y'all need to get off damn iPhones. What it do? Get your bars up, media. Bro, when you coming up here? Let me see. Rosenberg has beaten damn near every Philly legend. Settings matter. Settings definitely matter. Yeah, BA, you need to come up here and politic with us one of these days. But yeah, so like I said, this was a good panel discussion. Again, salute to the 100 band bills. 100 band Billiano. Yeah.
The fucking Dino.
So Jay Black said that if he won, that would put him Bill as one of the top contenders to begin
for champion of the year. Yeah,
to begin for champion of the year.
I would slightly agree
with Danny being a second. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah. I don't know because everybody is debating this Av and Danny battle.
Debating?
I've seen some people. Hey, listen. I've seen some people.
Get the fuck out of here.
Can I finish? I've seen some people argue that Danny won the battle. Me personally, I gave the battle to Av. So
I know why you gave the battle to Av because that's who won.
Definitely, BA. So next week, I gotta see how we gonna do this because y'all know I'm gonna be out of town. Friday and Saturday, so we got to figure out how we're going to do the recap. How we're going to do the recap for the rest of the battles from King of the Dot S1, and then the wrap off today. Remember, y'all, the wrap off today. Go to Twitter. Go to Twitch. It will be airing for free on Twitch at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. Make sure that you guys go check that event out.
So what time
I
is
think
that
you
for
can
us
be in the
then?
building. Bless you.
Thank you.
What time is what?
What time is that what time is that on our time?
That's 6
3
o'clock
p.m. You
your
said 3
time,
p.m.
5 o'clock
Pacific.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Pacific, yeah. I'm not surprised because Danny has a big following, so a lot of people still would be biased. True. That's true. Them both my peoples. But as we were saying, you gotta allow people to take their L's. It builds character. So yeah, I don't know. We got anything else, fellas?
No. Again, I apologize for being late, but I am officially back now, so let's work.
Back like cook crack in a Cadillac.
Nothing more, nothing less.
We appreciate everybody. Y'all pulled up late. If you're looking for the Raine interview, that would be in the beginning. Unfortunately, she was having technical difficulties with her iPhone, but we will get her back up here when she's on the laptop, actually, so that we won't have these issues again, because we have some other things to talk about. I know she has some stuff coming up, so I definitely want to be able to talk to her about those things, because she is back outside in the female battle rap sector. What is this?
Oh, I just found those were, look at the second one and look at those.
Okay, I'm doing the show. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. My child just decided to bring me paperwork. You know how kids be finding stuff in their backpacks that they should have given you 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, stuff like report cards.
Anywho. No, those are actually online. I don't have to wait for those. The dog didn't eat it. You didn't get beat up for the. You didn't get beat up for the report card.
We can't even
home.
best for like 1 or 2 days. Oh man.
Oh no, none of that no more. None of that since COVID. Yeah, no, all of that is in the portal. Yeah, no, I get all that. They give you the little reminder in your email. Boop, right there. God is good. Yeah, we don't have that problem no more. But again, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We appreciate all of the patronage today. And follow the brethren on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah. Anything else?
That's it.
Are we forgetting anything? That's it. Oh wait, there's a comment there.
Everything counts.
Everything counts.
Everything counts.
Oh, everything definitely counts, man.
Okay. Just want to let them know. And we, as they say, are gone.
Hey, break the whole thing down with the crew right in front of his face.